Good morning everyone. I hope all of you are fine. So in our last class we learned about salt, like family of salts. Okay, so today we will continue with the same topic, more about salts, and we will learn about chemicals from common salt. Okay, large crystals of salt that we obtain from sea or from other sources is usually brown in color. This is due to the impurities present in it, and it is called rock salt. And sodium chloride that we eat is called common salt, is separated from these salts. Okay, and rock salt is mined like coal. Now do you know or not that sodium chloride was an important symbol in our struggle for freedom? Okay, now we will learn about this common salt, that is sodium chloride, and it is used as a raw material for various chemicals. Okay, sodium chloride is used as a raw material for various materials like sodium hydroxide, baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder, etc. So we will learn in detail about it and their uses also. First of all, let us learn about sodium hydroxide. When electricity is passed through an aqueous solution of sodium chloride, aqueous solution means sodium chloride and water, and this mixture is called brine. It decomposes to form sodium hydroxide. Okay, and this process is called chlor-alkali process. Okay, and sodium chloride, when you will mix with water, it will form sodium hydroxide, chlorine gas, and hydrogen gas. At cathode we will get hydrogen gas, and at anode we will get chlorine gas. Why this process is called chlor-alkali process? Chlor from chlorine and alkali from sodium hydroxide. And its uses, please read from book page number 31. Uses of the sodium hydroxide, chlorine gas, and hydrogen gas. Uses of the products. What are the products? Sodium hydroxide, chlorine, and hydrogen gas. So chlorine gas that is obtained from the decomposition of brine, that is aqueous solution of sodium chloride gas, okay, is used for the manufacture of bleaching powder, and the chemical formula of bleaching powder is this. So chlorine gas, when it will pass through slacked lime or calcium hydroxide, it will give us bleaching powder. Am I clear? Uses, please read from book. Now next is baking soda. Chemical formula is NaHCO3, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, it is a mild non-corrosive basic salt. Okay, mild means medium. Its activity will be medium, not that much high, not that much low. Okay, and it is a non-corrosive basic salt. That means sodium hydrogen carbonate is basic in nature, thus it can be used to neutralize an acid. Since it is basic, it can be used to neutralize an acid. Now baking soda is used for making tasty and crispy pakoras, that everyone knows. For faster cooking also it is used. So how we get the baking soda chemically? Sodium chloride, water, carbon dioxide, and ammonia, when it will react together, it will give us ammonium chloride and sodium hydrogen carbonate. So this reaction you have to remember. Now on heating baking soda, the following reaction we get. Sodium hydrogen carbonate, when you will heat, you will get sodium carbonate, which is basic in nature, water, and carbon dioxide gas. Now what is baking powder? Baking powder is a mixture of baking soda and any mild edible acid. Mild edible acid means the acid that we can eat. Okay, that we can eat, like tartaric acid. So hydrogen ion will come from acid and sodium hydrogen carbonate. This is the reaction when you will do. You will get any acid that you will take, on the basis of that you will get the sodium salt of acid. Then carbon dioxide and water will be formed. This carbon dioxide that produced above is responsible for the cake to rise and making them soft and spongy, because we use baking powder for making cakes and all. Is it clear? This carbon dioxide is responsible for rise and for the cake to rise and making them soft and spongy. Okay, uses, please read from book. Next is washing soda. Formula is sodium carbonate 10 water of crystallization. Am I clear? So when we heat baking soda, what we get? We get sodium carbonate. This sodium carbonate, when we will recrystallize, we will get this sodium carbonate with 10 water. Am I clear? And it is a basic salt, and formula, chemical formula is this. Now, are the crystals of salt really dry? We purify the salt by crystallization method that we know, and when we will get the crystal, it seems like it is dry, but are they really dry? Some of the salts After crystallization process, what happens with those salts? Some of the water molecules remains with them. Okay, this is called water of crystallization. So what is water of crystallization? Water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of a salt. For example, this is one formula unit of copper sulfate. This amount of water remains with them. So this is 5 water of crystallization, and this is the formula of sodium carbonate. Along with this, 10 water molecules remains after crystallization process. So this is water of crystallization. 10 moles of water, 10 molecules of water remains with them. This is the formula of gypsum. So today we will learn something about gypsum. When we heat gypsum at 373 Kelvin, that is 100 degree Celsius exactly, this is the formula of gypsum, then we get CaSO4 half water, okay, calcium sulfate hemihydrate, and this is called plaster of Paris. Now question may arise to your mind, how half water molecules remains with them. Actually, 2 calcium sulfate can hold 1 water molecule, so 1 calcium sulfate will hold half water molecule. Am I clear? And plaster of Paris is used as plaster for supporting fractured bone in right position. It is used by doctor, okay. And plaster of Paris is a white powder, and on mixing with water it again gives gypsum, okay, which is a hard solid mass. So plaster of Paris, if it comes in contact with water, what will happen? Again it will give us gypsum, okay. These two reaction you have to remember.